Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary, and today's video is going to be my October TBR / reading challenge. To fully describe this to you, we have to go on a little trip. I have said in the past that I don't like to accumulate a lot of books and then not read them because I don't like to have a lot of books on my TBR shelf. I do try to keep on top of my physical TBR as much as possible and read those first before other books. Again, I do like to keep my physical owned TBR relatively small, and I like to stay on top of it so that I've read the books on my shelves. I've gotten a little out of hand recently, so it has come to my attention that I have, 32 books on my TBR shelf, which means that I own them and plan on reading them soon, but I also keep my law textbooks on that same shelf, and I am out of room on said shelf. So that means it's time for a reading challenge. During the month of October, I plan on reading as many books as possible. I'm going to call this 31 books in 31 days or reading a book a day challenge, something like that. That seems really ambitious to me. I don't know that I will be able to do that. I'm just being completely honest with you. I don't see that happening. But I do plan on reading as many books as possible during the month of October, and I'm just going to mood read. That's how we're going to do it. My actual, definitive goal is I would like to have less than 20 books on that shelf, because 20 seems manageable to me. So that means if I can read, 11 books, I'll be totally happy. But that's the plan for the month of October. I usually play a TBR game at the beginning of every month, or the end of every month, to decide what I'm going to read for the next month. I'll link that playlist if you want to watch that. If you're disappointed that I'm not doing that this month, I'm really, really sorry. I just really have to get my life together, okay? Because my birthday's in the end of October, and I'm planning on getting more books for my birthday. And then Christmas is coming up, and I am hoping to get some books for Christmas as well. So I just really need to get my shit together, you know? But yeah, I guess I'm going to take you into the other room and show you my shelf of doom. Also, don't make fun of my shelves. Well, you'll see why. Hello. Oh, I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. So, Murphy, what are you doing? Can you sit? Good boy. Can you shake? Shake. Shake. Good boy. Can you go down? Good boy. Very smart dog. Very smart. I guess we're going to sit on the floor. I tried to use my pink chair. The real homies know what it's about. But we're back in my bedroom, which is where we used to film back in the day. So this is my shelf. My TBR shelf. This angle is a disaster! I don't know what to do! Okay. Is that better? I don't really know. I lit some candles to be atmospheric, but you can't see them now in this shot. But I don't really care because I can't be bothered, to be honest. So this is my TBR shelf. These are the books that I've accumulated. I have some down here as well. These are my law school textbooks. Okay, great. And I will mention not all of them. I have one or two in a different room. So, perfect. Everything's going well. This is a feather that I found on the ground, and I'm going to put it somewhere else now. But I don't want to get rid of it, because a real bird left that feather for me, and I believe that it's special. These are the books. You can't even see all of them. Hold on. Please hold. What is this? Yes. These are the books that I have accumulated that I haven't read yet. So, not all of these have shown up in a book haul. Some of them have, lots of them have, but, some of these came from my boyfriend's house, and they were his childhood books, but I was like, I would like to read those. Should I just get into it and show you the technically 32 books, because Midnight Sun, but I am intending to read this month, so we'll see. But yes, these are the 31 books. Let me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Technically 32, I forgot I added a manga in here. So So these are the technically 32 books, but 31 for my purposes books that I have to read in the month of October. But I guess I will show you the books. I'm not going to give full reviews because Jesus Christ, that would be the world's longest video. I'm just going to show you the books that I have, that I hope to read. I've filmed this video a couple of different ways, and I think this is the one that's going to go up because I don't like how any of the other ones came out. And at this point, it's got to go up tomorrow, so it's got to go up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, these are the books that we have. So we have The Girls by Emma Cline, which is a historical fiction book that I got from Savers. I will link my book hauls that I've given descriptions of these books in, if I've given descriptions of them in the description box. What the fuck did I just say? I will link both of my book hauls, my 2 book hauls, that explain what these books are in the description box down below, so you can watch them. And if a book hasn't been in a book haul, I'll briefly tell you what it's about. That's how we're going to play this. But this is The Girls by Emma Cline. It has been in a book haul. This is What Should Be Wild by Julia Fine, which rhymes with Emma Cline. This has also been in a book haul. This is Spook by Mary Roach. This is a nonfiction, and it has also been in a book haul. This is Your One and Only by Adrian Finley. Been in a book haul. I believe it's a YA sci-fi book, but I could be wrong. This is The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. I don't remember what this is about, but this is also in a book haul. This is The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. This has been in a book haul. Is that getting annoying yet? This is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. These are the first 2 books in Game of Thrones, which is a fantasy series. If you don't know what Game of Thrones is about, Google it. I don't really know what to tell you. I've never seen the show. I've never read any of the books. My boyfriend started this one. Is this the first or the second? This is the first one. He's about that far in, if you can see. But then he sort of gave up on it. I think he liked the show better than the books. Also, the book series doesn't end. So the show ends poorly. The books don't end at all. Pick your poison, I guess. But I don't know that I even want to read these, but I want to try. So they're on here in case I decide I want to try to do that. Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. This is one of the books that was Matt's childhood book that he brought home. This is a, classic. I read East of Eden this month. I'm pretty sure this is just about, a farmer in Oklahoma during the Dust Bowl. And he's trying to make a living, I think is what this... Should I move this down here? Or is that dangerous? Is that flickery light nice? Do we like this? I feel like I'm going to knock it over. So I'll move it back. But just know I lit a candle for you guys. It's there. You just can't see it. But yes, this is on there. Then we have this. This was in a book haul. It's a horror book, which is pretty exciting because I don't have very many of those. And, it's spooky season, so I want to read some horror. Then we have South Abroad, which is a book that I think Matt had to read for school as well. And this is a literary fiction. I don't really know what this is about. I think it's literary fiction, historical fiction, following a family or a few members of a family over a span of time. If I read it, I'll let you know. Matt really likes that book, so maybe I'll really like it too. But also we have kind of different tastes. This is going to move over here because I want to talk about all of these together. Well, let's just do it now since they're falling. We have Matt's graphic novel collection. This is not all of the graphic novels that he owns, but I'm not super into superheroes. So, he has the Joker and, a couple Spider-Man bind-ups, perhaps? But I don't really want to read those because that's not the type of thing that I'm into. If you're into that, that's totally cool, totally great, do your thing. It's not really what I'm into, Marvel DC type stuff. It's too expansive of a universe, and I don't know enough about it to really get anything out of it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe one day I'll give it a try. Today is not that day, and the whole month of October is not that month. We have The Watchmen. This is by Alan Moore. A lot of these are by Alan Moore. And I don't know if that means he did the art or if that means he did the writing, but Matt seems to really like Alan Moore, so pretty great. And Dave Gibbons. I think Dave Gibbons is the illustrator. But yeah, this looks pretty. I've never read a graphic novel before. That's not true. I think I've read 1 or 2, but I don't really remember anything about them. So I'm going to give this a shot. We have Watchmen. We also have The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Volume 1, which I remember really liking this movie. So perhaps I'll enjoy that. V for Vendetta. I do really like this movie. So that's pretty great. I'm pretty excited about that one. And then The Umbrella Academy, Apocalypse Suite, which I haven't watched the second season of Umbrella Academy yet because Matt has decided that we started watching it together. He decided he didn't want to watch it anymore, so I finished the first season. And now he wants to rewatch the first season with me and then watch season 2. We have Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel, which is a huge book, so maybe I won't read that this month, but also maybe I will. You never know. That has been in a book haul. We have Wake Siren, which I believe are poems and short stories connected together. I don't really know, but I'm planning on giving this one a shot. Then we have The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. I have no idea what this is about. This is another one of Matt's books. Oh, it's a memoir. Cool. Maybe I'll like that. I like memoirs. This is a nonfiction about Dante Alighieri, who wrote The Divine Comedy. Anyways, that's about him. And I also, conveniently, have Dante's Inferno here, which I read in high school, but I haven't read since then, and I don't think I got very much out of it. So I would like to reread this eventually. I don't know if October is going to be the month for that, but we will see. We will see. Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, which I believe is just like a YA contemporary. Cute. This was also from Matt's house. Then we have the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Okay. I have been meaning to read these for a long time. My dad used to read them to us when we were little, but I decided I didn't like them and stopped listening. And I haven't really picked them up since. I've seen all the movies. The only movie that I like is the third one. But, you know, I would like to read these books. I would like to know what's up with J.R.R. Tolkien. I watched the movie Tolkien recently, and it was pretty good. So I think I would like that. Then this is The Quantity Theory of Insanity, which is a collection of short stories. So I think this would be pretty easy to read. I don't really know anything about it. It sounds like it's going to be like trippy short stories or like speculative fiction, I guess. This is Henrik Ibsen. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't think it's Henrik. I think it's Enrik. I think you don't pronounce the H. But this is 4 of his plays. So it's Ghosts, The Wild Duck, An Enemy of the People, and A Doll's House. The only one of these that I've seen is A Doll's House. So I'm excited about this. I feel like this will be easy to get through just because it is 4 plays. So I'll probably read a play a day for 4 days and then get through that. But I have that. And then we're down to these. So then we have Forrest Gump, which is a shorter book than I thought it was. And I've seen the movie, but I never read the book. I didn't even know there was a book. Apparently, the movie is based on this book. So I'm excited. It's not as long of a book as I would think that it would need to be to cover what happens in the movie. But there's that. Then we have Charles Darwin's The Origin of Species. I don't think I'm going to be reading that in October. I'm not going to lie to you. But, you know, if I do, this is a nonfiction that he wrote about, like, evolution. I'm not a very sciencey person, so we'll see. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas manga. I am planning on reading this. I don't know if this came first. It says Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, so I assume that this came second. But I figured that would be pretty fun for, like, Halloween stuff. Then we have the last book in the Da Vinci Code series. There's Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code, and then The Lost Symbol. I talked about this recently. I want to read that, but I might want to reread the other ones first, so we'll see. And then Life After Life by Kate Atkinson, which I also talked about briefly in a haul. And those are the 32 books that I have to choose from for the month of October. I will be vlogging this month. I'm going to return to my original seat because I'm extremely uncomfortable sitting here. But first I'm going to put these back and then I'm going to do that. You can enjoy the footage. The 32, technically I guess 33 books that I had to choose from for October, but I think I'm going to read Midnight Sun beforehand. We'll just see how it goes. But anyways, I am planning on vlogging this experience, so if you would like to be kept up with, If you would like to keep up with me while I try this challenge, please subscribe. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you've read any of these books or books that I should prioritize. And let me know, do you have this problem where you just buy a bunch of books and then don't read them? Thank you so much for tagging along with me on this journey. Please continue to follow me on this journey. If you have any tips for reading a ton of books in 1 month, let me know. If you've seen anybody complete a challenge like this and do it properly, I would like to know that as well. I think having the comics and the plays helps. So I'm hoping for good things. I also have been able to find a couple of the books as audiobooks, and I have either reserved them on hold from my library or just am aware of them. So potentially I'll have some audiobooks to listen to, and that usually helps me get through books a little bit quicker. But yeah, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!